We're going to start with two of the country's biggest retailers, Amazon and Costco, and the lack of progress from both of these two companies to get new sites up and running here in Western New York. Tonight we have those updates on these two pretty vacant lots. On your left, the grass and dirt in Niagara County is slated to be a new Amazon warehouse with a lot of new jobs. Why the delays there? Then on your right, it's the future site of the first Costco in Western New York. At least here, some demolition has started, but progress is pretty slow and in many ways kind of secretive. We first broke that story in March of 2022. Well, we're going to begin here in the town of Niagara, where the clock really is ticking now for Amazon to build that warehouse. It will be on Lockport Road, right near the airport. A year after getting awarded $124 million in tax breaks, still no shovels in the ground, no equipment on site, no updates on those 1,000 jobs, no real progress at all. And now local leaders are giving the giant retailer 6 months to do something there. What does that mean? Joining me live tonight is J. Dale Shoemaker. He is a reporter with our nonprofit partners at investigative-post, who has been following this story really for quite a while now, Dale. And I want to start here with just sort of the latest update. We don't often get to hear from Amazon. In this case, we actually did get a statement from a spokesperson. His name is Steve Kelly. He said, quote, "This extension is administrative in nature and the status of the project remains the same. We are grateful for the support of the town and the Niagara County IDA, and we will continue to work closely with all stakeholders as plans progress." All right, so what does it mean when he says this is an administrative delay here, and what really is the latest on what's going on there?
Yeah, so here we are. It is 1 year since Amazon was awarded the 6th largest subsidy that it has ever received. And this is including the second headquarters that they're building outside of D.C. Nationwide. And we're here a year later, and what the IDA is poised to do tomorrow morning is they are poised to vote on a resolution that would extend those subsidies for another 6 months into February of next year. Now, this is not really normal. Most companies, you get the subsidies, you start your project. That's usually one of the last steps you do. Amazon only this summer completed buying the land for this project, and now they're saying we need more time to actually get this thing started and put shovels in the ground.
So how are we to sort of process what this 6-month extension means? Because you sort of wonder, like, is it some kind of empty threat, right? It's not like if there are no jobs there and nothing happening that we are still somehow subsidizing something, right?
What this is the IDA saying, we offered you these subsidies, these are on the table. Amazon does not get to use those subsidies until they actually build the building, hire the jobs, and their tax bill comes due, because that's when the subsidies would apply. But this is the IDA saying, we put those subsidies on the table, and we're going to keep them on the table until you're ready for them, which is, again, not usual.
Yeah, usually you kind of stick to those timelines, especially when it's something as lucrative as the subsidies are in this case. What do you anticipate learning tomorrow beyond this 6-month extension that they're doing? I mean, sometimes we get some information from the IDA, sometimes we don't.
Yeah, and honestly, we might not learn much tomorrow, because I actually received records pursuant to a FOIL request this afternoon that showed just a couple weeks ago the Niagara County employees, they were communicating with people at the state, and they basically said, we're still in a holding pattern. We don't know what's going on. So they have, at least from what we can tell, limited information. Amazon has given us limited information. All we know is that we have an empty field with nothing going on.
All right, we'll continue to follow that. Meantime, I do want to ask you about the other Amazon facility, because we've talked about this one a lot too, down in Hamburg. This one actually is built, and we got an update on this as well. We'll show this to our viewers here where it is. This is the unoccupied $47 million facility off of Route 5 in Hamburg. Also got a statement from Amazon on this one. Steve Kelly, the spokesperson. Here's the quote. He said the company's delivery station is slated to launch in the coming months. The leadership team for the facility is in place, and we expect to start general hiring for this facility soon. That has not been enough to temper frustrations with some lawmakers. Listen.
Deals like this should never have been cut. Town IDAs need to be reined in from their bad deals and lack of long-term economic growth.
Dale, so what can you tell us about that project? I mean, this one is not as big as Niagara County, but it's another instance in which giving Amazon a lot of money and delay after delay.
Yeah, this one is kind of, what we're seeing in Niagara County might be a replay of what we're seeing right now in Hamburg. Amazon, again, has received subsidies. They have delayed. In this case, like you mentioned, they did in fact build the building. But Assemblymember John Rivera, who you had quoted there, as well as Supervisor Randy Hoke, they're getting really frustrated. Randy Hoke even said at that same press conference that the town might consider legal action against Amazon if they don't do something soon.
In that case, at least you got a building there, but I don't know, maybe that's even more frustrating to see the building and nothing happening. Again, there's this important meeting tomorrow. Dale will be there covering it. Investigative-post.org. You can read more of his reporting. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you.
Thank you, Michael.
Appreciate it.